I wanted to do this for a while, and this is a test. So I read a lot of news on Twitter, and I like to educate myself, and I want to share some of the most interesting things that's happening right now. So the world stocks and crypto are crashing hardcore, everything from Apple, Google, and so on, and people are wondering what's actually happening. And so first of all, yeah, Japan is basically it's Japan's fault, you can say. I will get into this later. Japan is suffering the worst losses since 1987 when I was born. So what's actually happening here? Like in the whole world, you can see crypto is completely collapsing. Ethereum is down. Bitcoin is down 21%. Just on the stock markets, more than $2 trillion has been erased, which is absolutely crazy. You can see like the whole chart is red. Like basically no stock is making plus. Google is down 11%. NVIDIA is down. Everybody is down. Yeah. And one other thing is you can see Warren Buffett, who is a very famous investor. He sells 50% of his Apple stock and it basically only holds cash right now because the markets are crashing. Only on the crypto market in the last 24 hours, more than $1 billion disappeared. And in Taiwan, it's the biggest loss since 1967. And the big trading platforms and brokers, Citi, Fidelity, everybody is having outages and stops trading because people want to sell, and there's basically a big run. Obviously, Robinhood, like always, suspense when it gets too crazy, and this is actually quite scary. The only stocks that go up is weapon manufacturers. So what's happening? Yeah. Also, South Korea stops and halts trading, and Goldman Sachs says, "Oh, this is just a correction." But what is actually going on? Yeah. Already a few days ago, 3 days ago, actually, someone posted and explained this chart. So it all started with the Japanese yen dropping extremely in value. So what does it mean? So back in the days, borrowing money in Japan was very, very cheap. So for example, you could get extremely cheap money in Japan from the banks, and people did that. So many people in Japan, corporates and private people, they took this money and they went to other markets. For example, they went, in this case, to Australia. So they went to Australia and invested that money because they could borrow it so easily. And they used that money and, for example, borrowed it someone else in Australia, let's say. And they, of course, asked for more money. Yeah? So they got cheap money in Japan and go somewhere else to Australia, and they borrowed it, like get a more higher interest, and they got back the difference. So how does it work in the real world? So investors borrow Japanese yen for low interest, then they convert it to Australian dollars, then they invest into with Australian dollars in bonds, stocks, get high interest, and of course making money in between. So that was going on for quite a while, and that was with trillions of dollars. Yeah, trillions of dollars. And now Japan raised their interest rates and wants their money back. So the people need to sell all the stocks, all the stuff that they have bought, and to get their money back, to pay back the Japanese central bank. And that is crashing the markets right now. And it's an amazing lesson that about taking risk, about interest rates, and about learning about stock markets. I hope you enjoyed this.